Well, here we are. It's night. Mood lighting is on. We're all blue. My phone actually picks up a little bit more ambient white light in the air than there is right now. But it's pretty nice. We had a bit of a scare. So my last video was like a week ago. I'm gonna turn on the lights. Turn up the lights so we can actually see in here pretty well. So it's been about a week, I think, since the last video, and it's Monday today. On last Friday, I filled the pool in the morning because it was low on water, and periodically I've had to fill it because the pool's open, so it evaporates. It's really cold outside. You can see the condensation on the windows. It's, I think, 20 outside today, and the pool is probably 40 or 45, maybe 50. It's about 50 in the room probably, so it's probably closer to 50. And so me needing to fill the pool was not really out of the ordinary, but then in the evening, it was low again. That was weird. So I shut off the pumps and I decided to look at it the next day, and it was really weird because when I got to it the next day, the pool had pretty much run down to just below the fill level for the skimmer bucket over here. So hopefully I don't drop my phone in the pool. So it was right down below that little inlet there, and the skimmer bucket didn't have any water in it. And so I took a bucket right over here and I dumped it into the skimmer bucket, and I just watched the water drain right out of it. And I thought, oh, this is bad. This is really bad. So I thought about it, and I went on Amazon and I bought an endoscope. So this is what plumbers will use to look inside pipes and stuff to find cracks. I was like, oh no, what am I gonna find? What am I gonna find? So actually, I said it was Monday. It's not Monday, it's Tuesday. It's been hard. It's been tough. It's Tuesday. The scope arrived yesterday. And what I found, and what I really should have thought of, but it was still a lot easier to see it with the scope, is that when I dumped the water out, when I dumped the water in, it was draining down to a little seam right there in that pipe. So skimmers have two pipes. There's an equalizer valve, and then there's the pump drain. So that's the pump drain. And we don't actually have an equalizer valve, so that's just concrete. And I was like, well, maybe it's leaking there, but no, it kept on draining down into there. That's actually tight. So with the scope, I could look down in there, and I could see that there was definitely a pretty big seam. Like when I dumped water in here, I could hear it gurgling out. And I just realized I don't actually have the strainer bucket in here right now, which I probably should, but whatever. So there was a pretty big seam between where the skimmer bucket is and where it intersects with the PVC pipe that goes to the pump. And I thought, what do I do about that? Well, the answer to what I do about that is thinking back to what would I do if I were working on a boat that had this problem. So I went back to my old friend, 5200 adhesive sealant, because when you definitely want things never to come apart ever again, but also want to make sure they're sealed and it's under the water line, you reach to 5200 and Abby. Oh, hello. Abby was very worried because she was feeling lonely, so she's come to hang out. Hi, Abby. So anyway, last night, I attempted to be clean about it and just sort of push the caulking gun down in there and get it in there, but that wasn't working out very well, so I just stuck my finger in there and worked it into the seam and got a pretty nice seal there. And it's sort of hard to see because there's a decent amount. Let's see. I can probably put, oh wait, it's full of water, so I don't want to put my phone in. It's you might forget that it's full of water just looking. Oh, hi, Abby. Hello. But yeah, I filled it up last night. I gave it 24 hours to cure, and it was still a little bit tacky today. I didn't get the fast cure 5200. But yeah, it'll cure underwater and it'll be just fine. So I poured a bucket of water, and I thought about starting this video and pouring a bucket of water in it live, but then I realized that if it still leaked, I would probably just throw myself in the pool and end it all, and that would be a sort of a sad end to this entire saga. And fortunately, we didn't have to come to that. And yeah, so I have the pumps back on. Things are working normally. I can put the little strainer bucket back in. Oh, very nice. And we're back in business. While I was having that issue, I really didn't want the water in the pool to just sit there, so I'd been using this pump to make sure I still had some circulation and running it into the skimmer bucket, but skittery kitten. But with the skimmer out of action, I turned on the pump and just had it exchanging water in the spa area and ran that hose into the spa water inlet. So yeah, that worked. Sort of. But otherwise, yeah, that's sort of crisis averted there, and pretty fortunately so, because I mean, if that crack had been in the pipe for whatever reason, I still can't figure out why that appeared just on Friday, or I guess overnight Thursday into Friday. Like, what happened? Nothing has changed here. Like, I look at the movement here, and I don't see any. Like, I've been keeping track of it in tiles, and this side is roughly two horizontal tile sections above that end over there. That has not changed. That is pretty much exactly the same. So what happened? I don't know. It's very strange. But we don't have to bust up the concrete, so that's good. I am pleased. Everything will be all right. I hope. We have heat coming in here in, like, I guess it's a week from today. So it's pretty cold in here right now. We're hoping to have a little bit more heat before we do the last of the ceilings. So unless something horrific happens, that'll probably be the next time we talk. So here's hoping it gets a little bit warmer in here.